Welcome to this tutorial. In this series of tutorials, you know that we are solving past papers. And in the last video, I started the past paper of year 2018, May, June, paper 1, variant 1. And we solved question number 1 to question number 5 of the past paper. And in this tutorial, I am going to continue the questions. The first question that we are going to solve today is question number 6. Part A says, what fraction of this 4 by 4 square is shaded? So in this figure, as we can see that the area of the complete square is going to be 4 into 4, which is 16 square units. Now, to find the fraction of the portion which is shaded in this 4 by 4 figure, we can solve this in two ways. The first one could be that we could find this shaded region, and the other approach can be we can also try to find out the area which is not shaded, and then by subtracting that from the total area we can find the area which is shaded. So I'm trying to find out the area which is not shaded, and it consists of this triangle where I can name this triangle as the area 1. So the area 1 can be found out by using the formula 1 upon 2 times base into height, and the length of the base here is 3 and the height is 2. So the answer for this portion of the figure is 3 square units. Secondly, I'm trying to find out this area, which is another triangle and it is not shaded, and I'm going to name it as area 2. So area 2 is going to be equal to 1 upon 2 times the height of the triangle, which is 4 units, multiplied by the base of the triangle, which is 1 units. So the answer here is going to be 2 square units. And then you can see that there is another portion, a rectangle, which is 4 by 1, and its area, I'm going to name it as A3. So this will be equal to 4 into 1. So it is equal to 4 square units. Now, by adding all the three areas, I can find the total area of unshaded figure. So I'm going to add A1, A2, and A3 here. And the answer I'm going to get is 9 square units. After finding this, I can find here the area of the shaded portion. And that is going to be 16 minus 9 equal to 7. So the answer for the question here, we can write the fraction as 7, which is the area of shaded region divided by the total area or the total squares, which is 16. So 7 upon 16 is the final answer for this part. Part B of the question says that a youth club has 150 members. 60 of the members are girls. What percentage of the club members are girls? So in order to convert these 60 members as a percentage of the total members, we are going to divide the number 60 by 150, and to find our answer in percentage, we will be multiplying this fraction with 100. And the answer that we are getting here is 40. So the answer is 40% of the members are girls. The next part says that Ben is given some money. He spends some of it and saves the remainder. The ratio of the money he spends to the money he saved is 3:1. He spends $15. So first of all, I'm going to write here the fraction which is given to us, and it is the ratio of spent is to save, which is 3:1. Now the money he has spent is $15. Now suppose that he had let the total money he had was X dollars. So now if I try to find out the portion he spent, since Ben has spent $15, so we can use this information and we can try to find out the total amount that he was given. For that, we are going to write here 3, which was the share he spent, and the total amount by adding the two numbers of the ratio is going to be 4. We are going to multiply it by the total money that we have supposed to be X, and the answer is going to be 15. So by solving this fraction, 15 into 4 divided by 3, we are going to get the answer to be $20. So the final answer that we are getting here is $20 for this part. So he was given $20. In the next question, it says that Usama recorded the number of items bought by each of 20 customers at the shop. The results are shown in the table. The number of items are listed as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And the number of customers who bought these items, their frequency is 3, 0, 5, 3, 7, and 2. The first part says write down the mod. Now we need to remember this, that the mod is the number and the element of data which has the highest frequency. And here we can see that the number of items bought 5 has the highest frequency, which is 7. So this is going to be our mod, and the answer is 7. Part B says find the median number of the items bought. In order to find out the median, we need to add all the frequencies and we need to find the total of the frequencies, and it is going to give us 20. Then we need to find the rank of the median. Since it is an even number of data, so we need to average out 10th and the 11th term of the data given. So if we try to find out the 10th and the 11th term, both of them are going to be 4. So we add these two terms, average these out, and the answer is still 4. So the median of the data given is again 4. The next part says calculate the mean number of items bought. To find out the mean, the mean is given by summation of every data item multiplied by its frequency and then added, divided by the sum of the frequencies. So the first data item is 1, frequency 3, plus 2 multiplied by 0, plus 3 multiplied by 5, plus 4 multiplied by 3, plus 5, plus 5 multiplied by 7, and finally 6 multiplied by 2, divided by the sum of the frequencies, which is 2. And the answer we get over here is 77 upon 20, which can be changed as 3 whole 17 upon 20. So the mean of the given data is 3 whole 17 upon 20. The last part of the question says Usama draws a pie chart to show the data. Calculate the angle of the sector on the pie chart, which represents the number of people who bought 3 items. So the frequency for the number of people who bought 3 items is 5. So to find out the angle in the pie chart for this data item, we are going to divide its individual frequency by the sum of the frequencies, and then we will be multiplying it by 360. And the answer that we are going to get is 90 degrees. So the angle for the items bought, 3 items bought in the pie chart is going to be 90 degrees when the pie chart is drawn. Now the next question is question number 8, and it says A, B, and C are points on the circumference of a circle center O. So this information is important, that O is the center of the circle. I'm going to highlight this. Next statement says that O is the midpoint of BC and ABC is 38 degrees. Since O is the midpoint of BC, so it means that BC is going to be the diameter. BC is diameter of the circle. And this is a very important information. Then the next statement says tangents are drawn from P to touch the circle at A and B. Now we are required to calculate the angle BCA. Since the tangent of the circle always makes a right angle at the circumference of the circle, so this angle BAC is going to be 90 degrees, and I am going to write it here that the angle BAC is 90 degree because it is the angle made by diameter on the circumference of the circle. Secondly, the angle sum of a triangle is always 180 degrees. So if we add this 90 and 38 plus this angle BCA, the answer is going to be 180 degrees. And by subtracting these two angles from 180 degrees, we are going to get the answer as 52 degrees. So I'm writing in the answer space that the answer is 52 degrees. The next part says calculate angle ATB. So this is the angle that we need to calculate. A very important property of the circle is that if a tangent is drawn to a circle from any point, any external point, and the same point is joined to the center of the circle, the angle of the tangent with the radius at the point of contact is going to be 90 degrees. So from this information, we can subtract 38 from 90 and we can find this angle to be 52 degrees. The angle ABT is going to be 52 degrees. Since in this triangle, now the second argument is, since in this triangle, sides TA and TB are equal to each other because they are the lengths of the tangents drawn from the external point on the same circle. So both of them are going to be equal to each other. TA is going to be equal to TB. So in an isosceles triangle, the angles opposite to the equal are also going to be equal to each other. So here the angle is going to be 52 degrees. And now we are again going to use the angle sum property of a triangle, that all the three angles add up to 180 degrees. So by subtracting these two angles from 180 degrees, the answer we are going to get here is 76 degrees for the last part of the question. Now, the last question of this tutorial is question number 5, and it says find the integers that satisfy this double inequality. The first part of the inequality is 3x plus 5, and let's say it is greater than 1. So if we try to find out the value of x from here, it is going to be minus 4 upon 3, or we can write it as minus 1 whole 1 upon 3. This is the answer for the first inequality. Second inequality says 3x plus 5 is less than or equal to 11. So we move 5 to the other side of the inequality, we get 3x less than or equal to 6, and x is going to be equal to less than or equal to 2 here. So the integers between these intervals let me draw the number line over here so that we can easily figure out what are going to be the integers here. So this is the number line that we might be interested over here in. So the second solution says that x is less than or equal to 2. So these are the numbers which are included in this range. And the first solution says that it is going to start from minus 1.33, and this number itself is not included in the solution, and all the numbers greater than this value are going to be included in this. So the integers that we can see over here in this range are -1, 0, 1, and 2. So this is how the integers from a double inequalities are calculated. So this is it from this tutorial. We will be solving the next question in the next tutorial. If you have any questions or confusions, you can write down your questions and confusions in the comment section. I will try to answer all the questions that I get from the comment section. Thank you very much for watching.